I'm joined now by Rex Kary. He's the Chief Operating Officer of FluroTech Ltd, trading on the TSX Venture under the symbol TEST. Rex, welcome back.
Thank you for having me back, James.
Rex, you've made some great advances with the CompleteTest device that your company has been developing. In fact, I understand I've got the first one available in Canada.
It is the first one, and happy to bring it out and deliver it to you. It was fun going through the test with you.
It sure was. It sure was. Now, this device is geared towards LPs who want to measure cannabinoids and test for heavy metals in their product. Is that right?
That's right. It's designed so it's an in-process test. So they can be testing through the growth cycle and find that sweet spot for harvesting. Mm-hmm. It'll allow early detection of heavy metals to ensure that they don't lose a room or a batch for the entire growth cycle. They can take a room out if it is contaminated.
Right. And so is this testing designed to replace some existing process?
The testing is designed to bring a new way of cultivation to the producers. Many producers right now, if they do want to test, they'll send their samples out to a large lab. It takes 3 days to 3 weeks to get the results back. Often about 10 days seems to be the norm. Mm-hmm. This allows them to get the results within 30 minutes.
Wow.
So they can put some precision to the way that they are cultivating. Mm-hmm. and find a better way than guesswork. So
this is a device that any registered or licensed producer of cannabis would probably want to own.
We think so. As a matter of fact, we think a number of the producers will want to own several.
Right.
When we've been out doing our market research, we've had betas out. Mm-hmm. Many of them said, we want this in our facility and have several so they can be testing on the go at several different rooms.
Sure. So do you have an idea on how big the market is for this device globally?
Globally, the numbers get a little bit silly.
Right.
Actually, we've looked at the global market in cannabis in the order of $150 billion by 2025. Some forecasters have said testing is going to be 5% of that global market.
Really?
Now, that all won't be in-house,
right,
but we expect at least half to two-thirds will be in-house testing.
Sure. Now, currently the configuration of the device is limited to testing dried flower?
It's testing dried flower at this point. We're a consumer-driven company. Mm-hmm. All of our business development people work with the scientists side by side with them, work with the software developers, but they're out talking to our customers. And the customers keep saying, we want to have a certain product. That's the one that comes to the top of our list.
Sure.
Work in constant creation of additional tests. So one that we expect to be coming out in relatively short order will be THC and CBD for extract.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so at some point could this be used, for example, to test a gummy bear?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
Huh, interesting. So is there a limit to what this could test in terms of cannabinoid products currently available anywhere in the world?
Is there a limit? You mean?
Yeah. Is there anything it can't test?
No. The technology allows us to see very small things and detect it very well. Mm-hmm. When we're detecting heavy metals, we're measuring in parts per billion.
Sure.
So we can develop a test to test virtually whatever we want. It just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of money to develop that test.
Right. And so when is this going to be available for LPs to purchase?
Now.
It's ready now.
It's now.
Okay.
We've come out into the market. We're available. If you contact FluroTech, go to our website. There's people that are available. What will occur is we'll come out, sit with the LP, train them. Our staff will make sure that it is available and their staff is trained properly from the get-go. Mm-hmm. We are a relatively new company, so when you call, you won't get a helpline if you're having a problem. You'll get the customer representative who will be right beside the software developer, who'll be right beside the scientist, and they can walk you through any problem that you may occur.
Oh, that's great. How difficult is the process?
It's not difficult. It's a very easy process to learn. It takes a little bit of practice. It is a scientific instrument, so we do suggest that the training take place. And just care and attention. It is a quantitative test, so if there is a little mistake, it will result in an inaccurate reading.
Right.
But what we do recommend is just watch the test, and if it seems odd, run a second one.
Right. Okay, so this sounds like something that's going to be in pretty broad use in short order here, because it sounds like something that we really shouldn't be smoking cannabis without.
Well, absolutely. And what it allows the producer to do is to be checking on the fly. And to be making sure that everything is good. As we develop additional tests, we see many different applications for this. We see consumers actually through dispensaries checking to make sure the product is good. Okay,
how much is this device own for an LP?
So right now, it comes in a couple of components. The base device is $18,000. And then we have a scope that goes into the device and allows you to measure THC and CBD. That's $6,000. And then we make it easy. So everything you need to be able to test, we have in a package. We call it the Starter Lab Kit. That's $1,000. And so all you have to do is show up with your cannabis and everything else is there. Okay. $25,000 gets you in to be able to test THC, CBD. And then if you want to test heavy metals, it's another $6,000 for that scope.
So FluroTech's business is the construction and sale of these machines?
FluroTech's business is the research and development of tests. We do assemble the machines and we market them as well.
What kind of margin does the company get off of these machines?
We're well over 200%.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. How much money's gone into the development of the machine since the beginning?
Since the beginning, when the company was first formed, there was about $3 million that was expended prior to the company doing a capital raise. Then there was a friends and family round, as well as a offering memorandum. Those two together put $11 million into the company. So over the years, there's been about $14 million.
14 million.
Now we have $5 million in the bank right now. So I'll say $9 million to
Sure.
get us
How many
developed.
shares out in the company?
50 million shares.
50 million. Well, that's pretty tight. That's interesting. So how much more money do you have to raise before you get to profitability?
To get to profitability, we will be profitable this year.
So you don't need to raise any more right now?
No, we will be raising some more money.
Okay.
And the reason that we'll be raising the money is we do have money in the bank, and we will be marketing our product this month. But to accelerate the growth and to go into other legal jurisdictions, we will be raising capital to do that. Okay. The other part, and if I may expand, really within FluroTech, where we've talked about testing the plant, but there's also, we have a device that will test the individual, and it tests saliva for different drugs. And then we have a third product, which is putting a biomarker on the plant. So what we do is we put a unique signature for a grower so they can track their product from seed to sale. As we develop all of these, we both will be looking for strategic partners and raising some capital to accelerate the growth.
Wow, that's fantastic. All right, let's leave it there for now, Rex. We'll come back in due course, and we'll be using your machine on a weekly basis to test cannabis from the Ontario Cannabis Store. Thanks for joining me again.
Thank you.